Hey everybody, it's me, Peppy, with Peppy's Fruit Trees, and also with website bestmoringatrees.com. On that website, I bring you a lot of information on how to grow and how to use moringa. One of the most important questions I get is, where do you get the seeds? Well, we've got thousands and thousands of seeds available. So if you need seeds, just contact us and we can ship you out some seeds. Growing them from seeds is the main method. Now you can go from cuttings. That's a whole different video. Today we're just going to talk about seedlings. This is one way to do it, and this is pretty simple. You just have a simple deep container, long one, and just stick the seeds in there, and pretty much they'll pop up in about 2 or 3 weeks. The weather being warm is important, and you don't want the soil to be too wet. Alright, we're going to go through the whole process right now. If you'll pan over here, and by the way, my wife's with me today, Allie. She's my camera person, so you get to see 2 hands. This is unusual. Usually you only see 1 hand, and hopefully the video will be a little more steady. Now what I'm going to show you is a couple things. These are the seeds of the moringa. These have been soaked in Organic Thrive. Go check out organicthrive.com. That's our website where we make our organic compost tea. So these were soaked about 24 hours in the Organic Thrive, and that's going to help the seeds absorb moisture, and obviously the Organic Thrive, we believe, helps to speed up the germination. Now, this is just regular plain water right here, rainwater from the rainwater barrel, and this is coconut fiber. This is 100% organic coconut fiber. There's no chemicals. There's no fertilizers in any of these trays. You can come back over here to this tray over here. Okay, this is about 2 weeks, and the weather's been kind of warm but kind of cool. We had one night where we had I would say close to 50 degrees, maybe even a slightly bit chillier, but I think it was just around 50, but it was pretty windy, which is not good. So we had these in a little bit more of a sheltered area when we first started them. So how do we start them? Okay, if we'll come over here to this tray, you're going to see this is a 72 cell tray. This tray has no seeds in it except for this one right here where I put the stick in. This is just a little bamboo stick, and I'm going to dig that seed up so you can see it. Okay, so there's the seed right here, okay? And then what we do is we pop a hole in here. After we fill this up with cocoa fiber, we wet it down like this. We make sure that we first put in all the coconut fiber, and then we just water everybody down, okay? So you got the idea. We water the whole tray. Then we go around like this. We usually do 2 or 3 of these in our hand at a time. We hold 2 of them and we go real quick. And we don't have fancy equipment like these huge nurseries do. So we do everything by hand. And it's easier for us. We're not a very high volume operation, so we produce enough to make everybody happy that we know, and that's good enough for us. So now here we pop these in here, and then what I did is we made sure we have a nice little hole, and then we're going to take the coconut fiber and we're just going to put, actually let's put a few more seeds in just so we can do an area. And let's see, we'll put 1 there, we'll put 1 there, so we'll do 6, we'll do 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we did 9. Now poke them down a little bit, just a smidgen. Okay, now imagine we did the entire tray. We did the whole tray. Okay, and we're going to come in very lightly, and it does make a little bit of a mess because when you do this, you're going to end up with some of the coconut fiber on the table. But then it's no big deal. Just pick up the tray, rinse off the table, and then just put it back down again. Put your trays back down. Okay, so that's what we would do. Okay, so that's how we would do the moringa seedlings. It's very simple. And then problem with watering now is that's why we watered first after we prepared the holes, put the coconut fiber, water it in real good. As if I water now, what happens is if I begin to water, the chances are pretty good that some of those seeds are going to start to soak up the water, and by tomorrow they'll be floating up and they'll be very close to the surface, and that's not the ideal situation. Coconut fiber is excellent because what happens with coconut fiber is it leaves a lot of air spaces in between for the roots, and it also assists in preventing any potential problems with dampening off. Okay, dampening off is when your seedling starts to develop. If you come back and look over here, all these guys are looking pretty good. Now, this is not coconut fiber, however. This is called Pro Mix. And Pro Mix is a professional mix. It's a soilless media, and it contains peat and perlite and some other ingredients I put in there. But none of these guys right now are in any danger of dampening off because we're going to be giving them hardly any water now. They've got plenty of water in there. They haven't had water in, I think, probably 2 days now, and I moved them from a semi-shady location to a little bit brighter location, and I'll keep an eye on them to see how they do. If I start noticing, what I want to do is I want to notice that the soil begins to get a little dry on the surface. I want to see the soil dry here, but I want to make sure there's moisture below. So always let the soil, in the early stages of your seeds, as they're developing, your seedlings are developing, let the surface soil be dry, but don't let the soil below get dry. I know that's kind of tricky, but if you use the coconut fiber mix, you'll be in good shape. Recommend the cocoa fiber, but if you can't, then use the Pro Mix. It's excellent. Both of them are good. This one I believe is better because it has antibacterial properties that are inert in the coconut fiber. Anyway, this is Pepe with Pepe's Plants. Check us out at bestmoringatrees.com. Thanks. Bye-bye.